Okay, hello everybody. We just wanted to present to you the Muskoka Bay project that we have going on. We have an exclusive development and we have some exclusive units from Peter Freed, who is the developer, Freed Resort Communities, which you guys are probably going to see a lot more of if you want to be involved in the pre-construction, because international realty firms are going to be heavily involved in selling. They have about 4,000 units they're going to be selling all throughout the resort communities in Ontario, as well as anything else Peter does in Toronto. He's also the owner of the Thompson Hotel. He developed that one. And now he's opening like the largest resort communities in Canada, which includes Deerhurst Resort, I believe all of Deerhurst Resort, all of Muskoka Bay Resort, which is already up and running. They're just going to double the size of it. This is what this development is. And then there's Horseshoe Resort and Blue Mountain. So Blue Mountain, he doesn't own all of it, but it's a good portion. All of those three others, Horseshoe, Deerhurst, and Muskoka Bay, they own all of it. So there's going to be a lot of development coming. So it's pretty exciting stuff. And of course, everyone's going to get cooperating commission. It varies from 3 to 4%, depending on which project. But we'll take care of everybody. We'll make sure we help you sell everything and get all of your clients from being interested to the finish line. And that's one of the good things about working with. There's one other brokerage we're working with who specializes in this kind of stuff. So they're going to also do some training later on if anyone's interested. And they basically, you bring your client in with you and they're going to take them right to the finish line for you. So it's an easy way to make an extra. Like some of these agents, I was talking with one guy at dinner at the Muskoka Bay. He was making $1.5 million in commissions from pre-constructions, and this is per year. So and well, some of it he has to wait for the 4 years for completion, but like, you know, essentially you can be making like as much money as you want doing this, because there's so much leverage in it. Where if you're selling a resale, you can only sell maybe one home, or maybe they're selling one and they're buying one, so you get two deals. Whereas this, you're getting almost double the commission. And plus, you know, your clients can buy several units. Some of these people are investors, and I've seen many times where they'll buy like, you know, at least 2 units, sometimes 5, 10 units in one building. And if you advertise this all to your client list, we can help you out. So it's an easy way to make easily an extra $100,000 if you get right into it and you get really good at it. I think it's an excellent way to, so, you know, you can either specialize in it or just do it on the side, as long as you're other sales. Okay, so let me share my screen here so I can show a little more about it. And it's a beautiful resort. There's a short slideshow here, and then I'm going to show more information. Show this one here. You guys see this? So it's 17,000 square feet that it's going to be. Well, they already have the first residence is done, so you can actually go there, and we have tours set up. If you have clients, you can bring them there, and there's people on site that can give them a tour. They can stay the night. They can play golf. Depending how serious they are and everything, we can, you know, go up with them and really show them exactly what they have to look forward to. 72 units, so there's not that many. There's 5 floors, and they have choice studio units, 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom, and then and these go from the low 400,000s up to, I believe, the 2 bedrooms. The largest 2 bedroom on the ground floor with a huge patio is about in the 900s, but everything in between as well. And you can put these in the hotel pool, so you can actually rent them out. The hotel takes care of everything for you. You just let them know what days you want to advertise it to the hotel pool, and they will give you, I think it's a 60-40 split. So whatever the hotel gets, they give you 40% or 60%, sorry. So you get all the benefits of living in your home while all the amenities. So it's pretty unbelievable. Like you can walk right outside, and there's like Muskoka chairs set up everywhere with like fires around and stuff. And you could just sit in any one of those chairs, and they'll come out, they'll start the fire for you. They'll offer you drinks and menus and everything like that. So it's like 5-star resort everywhere you go. If you want to order any food or drinks wherever you are in the resort, you can do that. There's guys driving in golf courts from the little resort all the way to the clubhouse and the restaurants, and you can just jump in those, or you can just do a little walk, which is 5 minutes to the golf course from here. And in the winter, they're going to have snowmobiles set up, so you can literally just call the front desk, say you want a snowmobile, go to the front of the building, they'll have it all ready for you and running and filled up with gas, and they have a snowsuit and a helmet for you. You can jump on it and you can go for a 2-hour ride, and you come back and you leave it for them and they'll put it away for you and everything else. So it's really all inclusive. There's a lot of cool stuff in the winter as well, like snowshoeing and hiking and all this kind of stuff, cross country skiing. The summer, of course, they have a pool. They're going to be building another pool onto this building, which will be like the adults only pool, and the other pool is like the family pool that they have right now, where kids, there's kids and families there. Of course, full drink service and food if you want to order something when you're by the pool. What else do they have here? So that the incentives they have for us, since we are the first ones that have access to this project, the public has no idea this is for sale yet. We get to, there's an initiation fee for the club. So that's like $30,000. That's going to be waived. So you'll have you'll be a club member, because this is like an exclusive club. And then there's and I think it gives you like an extreme reduction in costs of golf. So I'm not sure exact details on that, but there's a huge initiation fee if you wanted to just join this club without buying a unit. You get furniture. They're going to furnish your whole unit and window coverings. They'll do all that for you, and it's really high-end stuff. Parking's of course included, and no assignment fees if you do buy it. And this is going to be ready in 2020. So summer 2024, could be 2020, somewhere around there. So it's you could assign it if you decide that you would rather sell it, and or your clients want to make some money selling it when it gets closer. There's no assignment fee. So of course the rental program, which is really unique, so it's a way you can actually make it into an investment and pay for your carrying costs. So you can have like almost a free unit if you do it that way. Some people use it only in the summer and they just put it in the rental program in the winter. Okay, so deposit structure is $10,000 on signing. This is pretty standard, like 5% within 30 days and 5% 90 days, 5% within 180 days, and then on occupancy, the final 5% balance is due on the closing date. So there's 20%, basically 20% down. Yeah, so maintenance fees, about 76 cents per square foot, which is pretty average. With this one, you're getting a lot more services though. Like you can basically get room service. You can call the front desk and you can get anything you want at any time. Not like a regular condo building where you don't get that stuff. So that's a pretty good maintenance fee, considering everything you're getting. This is like a true vacation property. It's like a cottage without doing any of the work, really. And taxes estimated 1% of purchase price. So that's all standard stuff. Okay, I'm going to show you into this one now. Let's see if I can share the screen. Can you guys see this?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, so it's the VIP release, of course, like I said, this is all, some of it's working. So this is actually a view from the golf course right here. This is what you can see. This is how beautiful it is up there. And like I said, from the low 400s, this is the new development. This one's going to look like. The other one looks almost exactly the same. This is inside the current one that's built. This is their front desk. This is the new pool that they're going to be building, where this is the like adults only pool, and it's like an infinity pool where there's like a waterfall at the edge here, and then you're looking out to the golf course and to the views. And of course, you can order food and drinks and stuff if you're sitting in these chairs. Okay, we went over this stuff. So it's pre-developments. So it's summer 2025. I believe it's between 2024 and 2025 when this is actually going to be completed. It's quite a while away.
So
But
quick question for you, Kyle. So when we say tentative, I guess occupancy 2024, that means we could start doing assignments if we want to.
You can do assignments at any point during the process, but the best time usually for assignments is closest time to occupancy. So I think they're giving a long date here. I think it's not going to take this long because they
that's what I heard too. Okay.
Yeah, because they don't have to even break ground here or anything like that. There's nothing really underground. It's not like it's actually on a huge rock. Like I'll show you one of the pictures. They can't really do too much under there. They had to spend, I think Peter said $100 million to get the plumbing into here, like dynamite to get the plumbing to the
wow. Okay.
He didn't expect how much. Yeah, exactly. So they're gonna have that. I think it'll be a lot sooner, but they're just getting a longer date just in case. This is only 5 stories, and they have the entire site. If you go there, you can see the site where the new building is going to be, and they're going to build some homes there as well later on. And those are going to be much more pricey. They're going to be like in the 2-3 million range for the actual detached houses, but these condos are a really good value. So you're getting the golf course, of course. It's an amazing golf course. It's in the top 10 courses in all of Canada by Golf Digest. And that was back in 2015. So it's been around a little while now. The golf course was the first thing that was built. And they've actually named Muskoka as the #1 vacation destination in the world. I forget which magazine. I think it was National Geographic. It's in here somewhere. National Geographic named Muskoka as #1. So in terms of even as an investment, this is it's pretty interesting. And with travel being a little less popular these days and being more restricted, it looks like I think what's going to happen is more people are going to try to like kind of vacation within the country a little bit more. Maybe not exclusively, but like if they take 2 vacations normally, maybe one will be in Canada instead of being other places in the world, because they say that commercial flights are down 85% right now. So who knows if that gets back to normal. So this could be a really, really good trend where these the values of these kinds of properties are exclusive. You can't really build too much more on here. These could go up quite a bit. So this is the restaurant right here, where you can see it's on rock, basically on a huge rock, and it has an amazing view. So this is why they wanted to put it up here. So it's the clubhouse. What else do we have here? There's a fitness studio, like it's a really nice gym. They were just finishing building it actually when I was there, so I didn't get to see, but I can see what they want to build, and it looks like it's going to be amazing. Spa rooms, private lockers, steam showers. There's going to be a tennis court, swimming pools, of course. They have all these fire pits all over the place, like I was saying, where you just go sit down and they offer you, menus and stuff. Wraparound terrace around this, so you can actually walk around this. It's pretty nice. And there's seats where you can have dinner. And what else here? Yeah, see, there's some of the fire pit. You can see a little photo of it. So the rental rates, if you're interested in putting into the rental pool, I know a couple of people that own units in this, the first development part of it, and they haven't even put it in the rental pool. They just use it so much. They go up there basically for like half the week. They'll be in the city for 3, 4, maybe 5 days maximum, and then they're up there for the rest of the week. So they try to spend half the week in Toronto and half the week up here, and it's only an hour and 40 minutes drive from Toronto, so not too bad. So the occupancy rates in June through September, and this was hard information to find because they don't give it away too easily. June through September, typically 80 to 95% occupancy, and then May, October, December, usually around 60% occupancy. January through March, 40%, and November and April around 30%. So that gives you an idea. If you wanted to rent it, you might want to. It depends, like just use it when you want to, and then when you don't want to use it, just put it in the rental pool. So you can average roughly $20,000 to $40,000 annually with moderate personal use, your income from the rental pool. So basically, you can do your math on your mortgage and all this kind of stuff, and this can basically pay for itself. right? So we have a very strong relationship with the builder. I was, this is the new building here, but the old building is just over on this side. This is like a computerized view of the new one. The old building's right here, and on the very top is the developer's unit. He's like up here, and he has like 10,000 square foot unit condo, and has a pool on top, a personal pool. And I was up there with him when we had some dinner with a few other realtors, and like it was a handful of us, and there's the only people that have access to this. And we had like a bunch of wine with them, and he's a really interesting guy. He was saying he bought this land, like I think it's 900 acres. And see right over here, if you can see in the far distance, this is basically across the street. It looks further than it is, because if you go to the edge of the development, you walk across the street, and this is it's called Muskoka. I think it's Lake Muskoka, it's called. And there's a wharf right there. And so 20 years ago, Peter Freed bought this land, 900 acres for like $5 million. And he's been developing it for 20 years. So this is his dream, what he's creating here. It's pretty interesting. Long project. He's taken all of the money apparently that he put into Toronto, all those Toronto developments, he's put it all into this. So it's and as long with like Deerhurst and all this kind of stuff is going to be coming up soon. So
I guess the penthouses that are going to be built in residence too are going to be off limits for us, eh?
What was that, sorry?
The penthouses that they're going to be building on top of the new residence too, the new project is going to be off limits for us, I guess.
I'm not sure what they're doing with it, if they're going to build like up here, if it's going to be common area, but right now they don't have them for sale because it's quite a ways away still for the occupancy date. So they might be releasing the penthouses in a separate date. But those are going to be like $1 million plus, because the largest 2-bedroom right now, they're on the ground floor, and they have a big patio unit. Like these might be them here, and almost like a walkout to the golf like area or whatever. And you can those are like 900 range. I think the 2-bedroom units up further up are kind of around 800 range. So the penthouses are quite larger, so they're going to be like $1 million plus.
I see.
They're going to also have some villa units. I think those are 3-bedroom villas. They're like townhouses. I'm not sure the pricing on those yet. And then there's going to have some detached housing. But that's going to be maybe 6-8 months away. So these ones are the most affordable, probably the best value, because you're getting the whole resort for these prices. And get the best access to the best prices and suites right away. And then this probably won't ever really get released to the public, because I have a feeling they're going to get sold out with the handful of people that have seen it so far, and a few of the other companies that have access. But it's like a handful of them, that's all it is. So does anyone have any questions? Or Ali, did you want to say something about this? Did you?
No, I mean, it's amazing. I think it's an amazing opportunity. I guess what I want to know is, I'm assuming this is what everybody else is probably trying to figure out is, let's say if we do have a client, how do we go into the link that you provided and pretty much do the worksheets that we have to submit?
Yeah, so for worksheets, the easiest way to do it is just let me know. Just send me a quick email, text, or phone call, because I'll put it onto my name with the worksheets, because then they can track it easily. If they just see like a random agent's name on it, they are not going to know who it is, and it's going to be, you might lose like a few days, or they might have to track me down and find out if it's one of my agents or whatever. So the easiest way is just to let me know, and I'll put it under my name. And then of course, all the commission, everything goes under your name and everything else. And then later on, we'll add you into the deal. But for the worksheet stage, just in the very beginning, it's easier to put under me, because then they're going to push it to make sure that our units get fulfilled. Because I know not only Peter, but the other Hirsch Realty Group is main brokers working on this. So we're partnering up with them on this, and then also on the For Me project. That's the one in Scarborough, and then we have another one coming up. So if these go well, we're going to be continuing to partner with those guys, and they might get on a lunch day 1,000 worksheets, right? So sometimes you don't get fulfilled, and that's the biggest complaint from agents. They'll do all the work selling their clients and everything on the project, the clients are sold, they want to buy 2 or 3 units, let's say, and they can't even get one fulfilled on the actual day because other agents have special relationships or they've sold with those developers before, so they know that those guys are solid. So then the random agent that comes in out of nowhere, they don't trust this guy, right? So they'll take him if there's units left at the end, but they want to work with people they know, right? It just, it's just human nature. It's like you want to go with who you trust. So that's the best way to do it. And then if we go kind of through my name, and then, you know, later on when they get to know everybody, then maybe we can do it through, you know, other people's names as well. But in the beginning, it's best to go through one person just for that stage. And yeah, we'll make it all work.
So I guess one other question I have, and I don't mean to take up the whole meeting because I know everybody else's questions. How soon can we, let's say if I have a client tomorrow that's interested, how soon can we actually get their worksheet to the wherever the sales office is and get that processed?
We can basically get it done within a couple of business days, maybe 1 business day. Once we're ready, like first it starts with the client might want to go and take a tour of the property, which is the best selling technique. If they're a little bit interested, they're not quite sure, and they're willing to go drive up there, and they're, you know, that means they're interested. They would want to drive up there and take an hour and a half or hour 40 minutes to get there. Once they get there, they're going to be sold. Basically, the place is so impressive. There's a guy there, Marty. He's going to show them around. We can also, you know, maybe one of us can go up there as well, or you can go up there with your client. They'll show you around. They'll give you a great tour, and you know, you want to see this place as well. And so once they see it, that's going to be a done deal. But in terms of the worksheets and everything, like it'll just take a couple of days. Once we get the worksheets filled out, if they want to, like if they already know and they're familiar with this area and this development, maybe they want to just fill out a worksheet right away and put an order in. But most likely they're going to want to go and take a tour and see everything.
Right.
So
Okay.
They're doing it every weekend. So this weekend and next weekend, and I believe maybe one more weekend after that. So there's not much time. And some of the units are already sold right now. There's people that have put worksheets in, I believe, already. And there's only 74 units in total. So if, you know, make sure you get your clients this information. Like, let's say they want a 1 bedroom. There might only be a few of them left at this point. So we do have exclusively, though, we get at least 3 of them. So they're guaranteeing us at least 3. And we can probably get more if we need them. So.
Okay.
So okay, so there's a few questions here on the chat. So, right, so the occupancy is the official occupancy is summer 2025. That's the official occupancy. That's from Tanberry, who's asking because there was 2 dates. 2025, summer 2025 is the official occupancy date. But those are estimates. So I would assume they're going to come in. Probably they're going to finish construction earlier, like I said, because they already have, there's no breaking ground needs to be done or anything like that. It's all ready to go.
Paul had a question. What is the price in square footage?
Right. So, where's the price sheet? Okay, see if I can get the link through here. We can send this link to you guys too. Can you guys see this? Is it working to share?
Yeah, I think everybody can see it.
Yeah, so there you go. Studios are 367 square feet, 54 square foot balcony, and then north exposure. And I believe the north is onto the golf course. So the north exposure is the best one. And it's really nice looking out. You're looking on the 18th hole, 18th green. And it's 414.9. So that's what they start at for a studio. But if you're going to spend 414.9, you might as well go for a 1 bedroom. It's 432 square feet, so it's quite a bit bigger. Same size balcony, same north view for 456. So if it was me, I would spend 40,000 more and get this one. And then there's other bedrooms. There's other 1 bedrooms here. This one has a south view, which is it's still gonna have an amazing view. You're having all the trees and everything and all the landscape, but you're not looking at the golf course. So it depends what you prefer. And this one's cheaper, I guess, because it doesn't have that golf course view. Everything else is exactly the same. It's just the different view. Then there's a larger one bedroom with a Juliet balcony, which is basically you just open a door and there's like a gate there kind of thing where it's not quite you can't walk under the balcony, but you'll have a door. And this one's larger. So basically they took the balcony size and they put it into the unit. So that someone that likes to use their unit in the winter a lot, maybe would have more use out of that, having it inside. And that's 514, I guess, because it's a larger square footage of interior square footage. For me, I prefer balcony, but everyone's different. Then when you go to the one bedroom plus den, so you're getting into higher square footage. If you're going to spend a lot of time up there, maybe people want to have the den for like a little office and get some work done. I'm actually really considering getting one of these as well, but we'll see what happens. I might wait for the villas later on because I need a little more space. But the if you have a little den there, and you can have an office and you can work from up there, and then there's a lot of things you can do these days without having to be in person, like what we're doing right now with the Zoom call. And then there's so those have balconies as well. They're quite a bit larger, and then the largest one is 693 square feet, 700,000. And then there's the two, and of course you could probably use in the hotel pool. So the larger the unit you get, the more you're going to be able to rent it for in the hotel pool. So your income is going to be higher as well. So keep that in mind. Then the two bedrooms, of course, you're going to get the highest price on the hotel pool, and 800 to 842 square feet here, and those all have basically the same views. They're more on the corner sides of the building, and then they have larger balconies. But they're going to be.
I just have one question about the whole revenue program you mentioned. To get more information, does that mean we could call the office there? Because I'm more curious, because I've one client asking me about the whole revenue program, and I'm wondering exactly how it works.
Yeah, good question. I'll open up one of the sheets over here, and it shows a little bit how the revenue is split. And they have these fairway ones on the ground level, like I said, and those are even larger. And these are like the premium ones, and those are almost $1 million. So 944, 979, and then the exposure is directly onto the fairway. Huge terrace, almost 300 square foot terrace with 950 square feet. Okay, so let's see if I have. I think it's under. It's under this one here, or maybe it's under this one. So this is the broker package. Yeah, here it is. So the rental program split, it's like, it just kind of gives you like an overview. They can't guarantee, how much they're going to be rented. Like we had those percentages, which gives you an idea. So I guess the average is like 60, maybe 70% occupied. So you're going to have some days and like maybe during the week in less demand periods where you're going to have nobody renting it. And then during the weekends, you're pretty much always going to have someone there. But then in the really high demand periods, you're going to have people renting it basically all through the week and all through the weekend. And there's no lapse. But it depends on the time of year. And so basically, if you got your room revenue, for example, they have $400 as an example. So that might be like a one bedroom plus den unit. Rents for about 400. I think the studios are like 300. I saw on their website. About $300, and then so say like a one bedroom or one plus den might be 400 range, maybe a little higher. Then you're looking at 20%. They take out marketing fee off the top, so then you're looking at 320, and then from that it's 60-40 share. So the owner's share would be 192, and then there's the other resort fees. So you're coming out with 176 per night. Out of that, so like that's maybe like a one bedroom or a one plus den unit.
So crazy question, because we're on this topic. Can the owners Airbnb their properties? Will the resort allow it?
Yeah, you can do whatever you want because it's actually technically your condo, so you own it as a condo ownership. So the same as like having a condo in Toronto. It's like and then you just have the option to put it in the hotel pool.
Okay. So can you do both?
Yeah, you can do both. Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
So I don't know how much. I'm still waiting to hear back from them on how much time you need to like. They might need a little bit of notice for when you want to, like, say you want to go up there last minute, you might not be able to go up there with 1 day notice if they have it in the hotel pool, because they don't want to like all of a sudden cancel on people or something like that. So I'm
Yeah.
not sure how much notice you need, but you can definitely do both. So, if it was me, I would probably use it a lot more during downtime, down season.
Yeah.
And that way, like, when it's only going to be rented 30% of the time, you might as well be using that yourself.
Yeah.
Okay, so
There's a question about it. AJ's asking the average income.
let me just calculate here. If we have 76, so let's say we have 360 days in the year times, I don't know, 0.65, 65% occupancy, for example. That's 234 days that it's being used times $176 per night. Yeah, 41,184. So that's your net, exactly. Yeah. And if they say 20 to 40, they're just being very conservative in case it's not rented as much. But based on this number, 400, and based on a 65% occupancy averaged out over the whole thing, because there's some periods of the year where it's 80 to 90% occupancy, and some periods where it's like 30 to 40. So like average it around like 60, 65, you're looking at like about 40,000. So just a quick math, and that's on your net at the very bottom here after all of this stuff's taken out.
Wow.
Yeah, you'd probably have to tell your insurance company that you're going to put it in the hotel pool, I believe, just in case. But I think they already would have the insurance with the building and everything else taken care of for that. It's really when you're getting insurance on a condo, it's just liability and contents insurance. So you're insuring your appliances and furniture and like the finishes. Like if there was a leak and the hardwood floor got damaged or something, to replace that. And the whole outside and everything of the building is covered by the condo insurance, which is included in the maintenance fee.
In terms of winter sports, is there any like ski resorts, or like is there like a Blue Mountain or a Horseshoe Valley nearby?
Yeah, well, they're going to be putting Horseshoe Valley into this like conglomerate of companies, into this whole free resorts community. Horseshoe Valley and Deerhurst are going to be included. So I don't know what access we're going to get later to those if you buy into this one now, but they may or may not be connected. But yeah, those, like, you can basically get to one of the best ski hills within, I think it's 30 minutes, maybe 40 minutes drive. Like Deerhurst has some skiing, and I believe it's about 30-40 minutes away. Maybe, maybe a little less.
So would that be, so do you have to pay for it, or would that be part of your membership fee? Do you know, or?
No, that's all extra. So if you want to go skiing,
Okay,
extra, because there's no ski resort on this one.
oh,
But
okay,
they
okay,
have the golf. So the golf is going to be either included with your membership, or it's going to be like very, very discounted compared to what the public would pay.
gotcha,
And everything else, you're going to get discounts on basically everything.
gotcha.
And then there's like, the other things too that you can do is taking the snowmobiles. That's going to be an extra, but there's going to be a discount as well on it, of course, for the members. And of course, your membership fee is included when you buy this, which they were selling them. I think they said $55,000 value before, but I think they said this time 30,000. So maybe their memberships have gone to 30,000. It's like a one-time fee. It's like, when you go to country clubs and all that, you pay that one-time fee.
Yeah.
It's really nice too. It has that feeling, like when you walk around this place, it's like a country club feeling. Really
Oh,
nice.
very interesting.
Yeah, like the let me see if it shows these are the floor plans. This one is, the restaurant's really nice. Like this is literally a view from the balcony from the restaurant. And this is like a drone that's up there, because you can see the thing here. This is the building here, and then the restaurant is up here. So like inside here, where they show up, like inside. And like right across the street is the wharf, so you can put a boat there. You can do kayaking and whatever you want to do. So, like you can literally walk there from the hotel in about 5 or 10 minutes. There's a nice boardwalk and stuff like that too, coffee shops and ice cream and all that stuff. It's close to Gravenhurst, so that's the closest town. And it's basically on Lake Muskoka. Let's see if they show the yeah, there's cross-country skiing on this resort. You can do cross-country skiing, but not downhill skiing. Downhill skiing, you have to go off the resort to one of the close by ones. But there's a lot of stuff up there, like within 20 minutes drive. Basically, you'll never be bored. Yeah, see, this is kind of like you can kind of see a little bit of inside the restaurant. They do weddings in there and stuff, so it's that nice where they do all kinds of weddings and different events. Amazing golf course too.
So Rafi's asking, is the price of the units negotiable or are they set?
It's definitely a set price. When you're buying these pre-construction projects, the builders, they never negotiate, unfortunately. That's the set price. The good thing is that they do put the prices with HST included. So when you're buying brand new, unfortunately, HST is an expense, but they include that in the prices. And sometimes you can get the HST rebated after closing, depending on what you do with the unit. And it's like you have to kind of apply with the government. So if you're gonna say you put a 1-year rental, there's actually a rebate on HST. But don't quote me on it because I'm not a lawyer or an accountant or anything, but you have to actually apply for it. It's not 100% guaranteed. And you have to show your 1-year lease and prove that you had a tenant there and they're leasing it for 1 year. And then you can get a rebate on HST.
That's interesting.
See, this is right across the street. So it's not actually on the resort, but it's literally, you don't have to pay or anything to use it. You can just walk across and it's a public wharf and boardwalk and everything. So there's a picture of the wharf. So basically across the street. And then they have a couple of hotels. There's a Marriott there and there's some other one, but they're really run down and old. And this place is like night and day. They're like what they're trying to build. What Freed was trying to make is something like with a downtown Toronto, like King West kind of feel up in Muskoka where it's like high end because they don't have anything else like that. They actually, what he told me was they're having the entire Maple Leafs team on like, I forget which week it is, but it was in October. And they have the whole entire Maple Leafs team actually going to be there.
Oh, wow. So in the town, do they kind of create like a skating rink in the ponds or in the thing? So that,
yeah, they do have a skating rink there actually, and they're building a bigger one. So you can do skating and all kinds of stuff. They serve like cider, like hot cider for drinks, like have like whatever you like. This is yeah, so it's right here. So this is Lake Muskoka, and the units, like the development's right here. So when you go across the street here, you have the wharf along this part. I don't know if you can see my mouse here, but it's right across. Basically, go across the street, and then you have access. If you had a boat, you could go out here, and you have the whole lake. And this is like an overview of the development here. These are the detached houses. Yep. So deposit structure negotiable. It's not really negotiable. Let me see here.
yeah, that's a good
1,000
question.
on signing, balance in 30 days, 5% in 90, another 5% in 180. So you're doing 15% within 180 days. So 6 months, and then the final 5% not until occupancy, which they're showing on here 2024. So there's 2 different dates. They're not quite sure. I think they're just tentatively thinking 2024, but they're giving themselves until 2025 just in case there's delays. But yeah, like it's pretty standard. This is how they usually do it. It's like 30, 90, 180 days, and then the final 5% on occupancy.
I'm assuming you could probably sell it before the final 5% if you needed to, right? Or do you have to pay that?
Well, occupancy doesn't mean you own it yet. Like final closing might be summer 2025, but you can actually move into your unit because it's finished being built in,
Oh, I see.
let's say 2024, and they're exactly correct with their estimate. You can move in on this date, and then you just pay like a low occupancy fee. It's like the balance of the taxes and stuff like that that the builder's paying. You just pay his expenses, and you can use the unit. It's not technically on title in your name where you're paying property taxes. The builder's still paying property tax for the entire piece of land. And then once all the stuff is done legally, they parcel out each section of ownership to each individual person. And then you're technically on title. And that takes quite a while for all that stuff to happen.
And
so
also,
you don't need a mortgage until the complete closing. Yeah. So the best time to actually assign these things is when you get occupancy. So if you can wait this until then, and time goes by very quick, trust me. I've done a few of these, and it's just like you're wishing the occupancies to push a little further because you're, sometimes you want more time. But once it's occupancy, now you have the keys, right? You can show this unit. So that's a good time when you want to put it on MLS or start advertising it to sell it if you wanted to make the best profit. Because people don't normally pay the most money to buy something off a plan. They want to buy something that they can see and look and walk around in it.
Yeah, there's a question Wendy asked. It goes, if a client has to put down all the deposits upon closing, and then he doesn't qualify anymore for whatever reason, do they get their deposits back?
It might be tough to get back. What they normally do is before they'll even take your first, they'll take your 10,000 on signing, right? So if you choose a unit, then they'll, to firm the deal up, they'll need a $10,000 deposit. And then there's a 10-day rescission period. So in that 10-day period, you have the ability to back out of the deal for any reason whatsoever. And it's just 10 calendar days, not 10 business days, 10 calendar days. And if you say you don't want it anymore, they give you a $10,000 check back, and no problem. There's no questions asked. But after that period, you have to, within that 10 days, you have to show them mortgage approval and they want to make sure you're qualified, because they don't want to put anyone in that position either. But yeah, technically, I think you could be potentially at risk to lose your deposit if you go all the way to the end and don't close. But they want to make sure that you have approval even from the very beginning. And it's weird because like right now it's 2021 and it's not going to be ready till 2024, but they want your mortgage approval now, but they just want to make sure that, hopefully nothing changes until then.
So I guess another question I have is, can we get an idea about what the Muskoka Bay Club entrance fees and the furniture packages include? Because I think that's another question our clients will ask us. Like, what is it? Like you're saying club entrance fees are waived and we get a complete furniture package, but like specifically, what does that include?
I'm not sure exactly like what, well, you get like a pull-out couch, I believe. And it's, I didn't realize it was a pull-out because I stayed there 2 times now. And it's really nice furniture in there. Like it's a high-end like hotel suite, and a nice, your bed, and there's a granite countertop like island in the middle, like condos downtown have, and it's all set up like that. And top of the line stainless steel fridges and all that kind of stuff. And it's worth 30,000. They're saying there, so they're spending 30 grand on the furniture and the appliances, and there's a nice hardwood floor inside and everything. And the entrance fees, this is like to join the country club, so you're getting that included. And then anything you want on top, like there's a couple of different memberships you can do. You can do like an unlimited golf package, which I think is extra. I'll have to find out exactly what those costs are because they didn't tell it to me yet.
Okay. So then there's a question is, have you heard of issues for clients getting a mortgage with a property like this that has a rental pool? Basically the whole rental.
Good question. Really good question, Wendy, because that's what I was asking them as well. And because I know there was another project that's called, I think it was like One King West. It was basically a hotel where they sold condo units in it. But since the property was under title as a hotel. They basically made everyone that bought a unit in it, they had to put like a higher down payment, and then the property taxes were very high. But this one, they didn't make that mistake. It's just as it's basically a regular condo ownership, and they somehow got around that because they already have, like, there's no risk to this one because this is the residences too. This is the second development. So you can look back at the first development and they're not paying any high taxes, and the mortgages all went through fine and everything. So it's basically the same as in a regular condo. You have the right, if you wanted to do a long-term rental, like 1 or 2 year rental or whatever, you also have the right to put it in the hotel pool, which is more flexible if you want to use it for yourself, or your clients want to use it. And you know, you can probably do Airbnb. I don't know, like Airbnb, I wouldn't say 100% you can do because there might be something in the condo corporation documents that.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
Yeah, but you don't really need it because the hotel would do it for you basically. And I think that would be easier than Airbnb even because their cleaners will clean and everything, and you don't have to worry about it.
That's true, the cleaners, yeah.
See if there's a picture of the front. The front of the building would be nice too. So this one, we'll show this one. Wendy, for Airbnb, I wouldn't recommend it. I would say go with what they have on the property, which is the hotel pool, because they do all the advertising for you, and they do. You know, there's less risk that someone's going to damage the property, and they're probably getting a higher premium than Airbnb would be getting anyways. I guess, yeah, like you don't pay the percentages to the hotel with Airbnb, but I'll find out. I'll ask them to find out 100%.
Yeah, I think it'll be something good to know because I mean, the clients are going to ask us that question.
Like this is also one of those things where you can, on the tour and everything, you can have ask as many questions as you like.
Another question that Wendy has is, was you able to confirm that with the developer regarding oh, never mind.
I was just reading that one, yeah.
Yeah. Same question, never mind.
No problem. Oh, there's a little bit bigger of a view there. Okay. Trying to find it. Yeah, so this is the kind of the finishes that you're looking at inside. It's quite nice. Yeah, so I don't want to take up too much of everyone's time. There's going to be a lot more of this kind of stuff. Oh, I see inside the restaurant. It's nice. But yeah, I don't want to take up too much of everybody's time. Does anyone have any other final questions before we go? If you have like other stuff you think of, you can always call me anytime or email, and we can help you out. And like I said, we can set up some tours any weekend for the next 2 or 3 weekends. We can go up there and show your clients if you like. Well,
so Kyle, would you come with
3%.
us?
Sorry?
Would you come with us in terms of you saying, with if we have clients that are really interested in going up there, would you be able to come with us, or we have to take them up ourselves? I'm just wondering.
Yeah, I should be able to come up with you. I'll try to see if I can do that. Like it's really nice up there. I wouldn't mind going up again, no problem. And then that way I can make sure all the tours and everything are set up and everything. And yeah, we'll see if you have some serious clients. Let's do it.
Yeah, I wanna get to it right now.
That's really nice place. Yeah, and lots more of this where this came from as well. So we'll have more of this type of thing. And like I said, 3% commission, cooperating commission. Can you probably link to the recording? Yes, I will provide the recording link as well, for sure. And the link for the price lists and all these brochures I just showed you, I will give you that as well. Just send me an email, kyle@internationalrealtyfirm.com, and I'll forward you that link for that stuff. You guys will have everything. And I sent out an email as well last, was it yesterday or the day before, with I think it was this email here. So it has all of this information. So literally what you guys can do is just highlight this, copy and paste, see like this, go all the way down, just take everything, like all the work is already put into this. And, just right click, copy, or literally what you could do is press print and then print to PDF. You could do that too. And you can send this to your clients, or you can copy it and then post it into your own email. There's a couple of good programs like MailChimp, and there's another one called Sendinblue. Depending on which one you use. MailChimp's free, I believe, to the first 1,000 people you're sending to, depending how big your list is. And then Sendinblue is better if you have a larger list, because you have to pay for that one, but it's way cheaper than MailChimp. And just copy that, paste it into your own email program, and then change the name and all this kind of stuff so it's your contact info. And you're welcome to use this stuff. Or you can, you can even post this stuff on social media. I don't know if they want us to be don't put the too much of the incentive stuff and the pricing on social media and all that. Just let people get interested in it. You can show them all the information and the pictures and stuff. But if they want specific stuff, it's better to have them contact you to get these price lists and all that. And that way you'll have their info. Other than that, that's everything. Thanks everybody for joining. And
thank you so much, Kyle.
Yeah, no problem, guys. There'll be more where this came from. If this was a good, good webinar, maybe we'll do more of these on the next ones. Do you guys prefer this time, like 7 p.m., or is something like noon or 11 a.m. better?
For me, it depends on everybody, but I don't mind. My consensus is noon, if it's possible.
Noon. Yeah.
That way, I could get to my clients right away.
Right. Okay. Yeah, sounds good, guys. Okay, so we'll talk soon, and of course, let me know if you have any questions at all. Take care.
Take care. Thank you.
Good night.
Good night.